Trend Africa TV, redefining Africa. To advertise with us, donate sponsorships and suggestions, email us at trendafricatv@gmail.com or call us on 773-312-0318 or 773-756-6678. Remember to also follow and like us as Trend Africa TV on Facebook so you can always catch us live. On Instagram as Trend Africa TV 123 or subscribe to our YouTube channel as Trend Africa TV and click on the notification button to watch previous shows. You can also visit our website for your African news, entertainment, fashion and sports updates on www.trendafricaonline.net. Trend Africa TV, redefining Africa. Trend Africa TV, redefining Africa.
Thank you, viewers. You're welcome to Western Togoland Situation Room. This is the only way you can get the best part about Western Togoland. Today, we'll be giving you another episode of Western Togoland Situation Room. But before then, I want to say that People Liberation Council of Western Togoland have also heard about the sad news of our father, former President Jerry John Rawlings. And on behalf of People Liberation Council of Western Togoland, we send our condolence to Ghana-western Togoland and the family. We say our hearts, our thoughts and minds are with them. Before I begin today's show, I want to say that last week, I apologize. We have a little bit network problem. We were not able to show you a few things. I want to repeat something that I did last week. I did show you this document last week. This is the certificate of People's Liberation Council of Western Togoland. You can see here is the registration number. And I want to say something here. It says that certificate of incorporation of a company. I hereby certify that People's Liberation Council of Western Togoland, previously called People's Liberation Council, which name was changed by special resolution and with the approval of the Registrar of Company on the 25th day of June 2019, and was incorporated under the Companies Act 1963 at 179 as a limited by guarantee on the 24th day of April 2018, given under my hand at Accra this 25th day of June 2019. Signed, that is the registrar. This is a certificate confirming that People's Liberation Council of Western Togoland was duly registered. They have been given approval to do business or to commence business in Ghana. This is what he was referring to. This is the first certificate that I was referring to. This is just People's Liberation Council, but this one is People's Liberation Council of Western Togoland. So the company, the organization was first registered as People Liberation Council, and later on they changed the name to People's Liberation Council of Western Togoland, and that was confirmed in this copy. All right. Why I'm saying this, because I want to tell you that the People Liberation Council do a genuine business. They are well established. They follow all the rules and regulations in Ghana. They live within the legal framework of Ghana. On the 5th of, on Thursday, 5th of November 2020, Honorable Minister Ken Dapa was in the Parliament House, and he gave a report implicating that People's Liberation Council is a secessionist group and a criminal. That statement is rather untrue. That is why I brought a certificate to show you that People's Liberation Council is not a secessionist group or is not a criminal group. If it is a criminal group, if it is a secessionist group, I don't think Ghana government will register them. These are organizations that have registered and have never engaged in any criminal activity. Honorable Minister was not able to state any criminal activity that the organization have undertaken for the past years that they have been in existence. For that matter, to refer to them as a criminal. PLC, we all know, have come out many times with a press release condemning any activity that seems to be violence. The organization PLC is a non-violence one, and they believe in that and tone the path of law. Now, when we come to secessionist issue, People Liberation Council have never done anything that anyone could call them secessionist. The group or the organization has never asked to take part of Ghana's land away. No, we didn't say that. All the organization has been saying is that we should respect and honor the UN Resolution 1044 SI of December 30, 1956. Resolution that was passed that the British should take such steps to bring about the union between Ghana and Western Togoland. That is what People Liberation Council has been asking for. People Liberation Council has not been asking to separate Western Togoland from Ghana. All that they have been saying is to have Western Togoland Ghana Union established. Nothing else apart from that. They don't do anything else. So I do not see where the minister, I don't know where he get the information from, but I want to make a point clear here for those who are watching me and listening to me to know that that statement by the Honorable Minister Ken Dapa was very unfortunate. It wasn't true statement. That does not reflect the motive of the organization called PLC, or People's Liberation Council. I want the public to disregard that statement. It is not true, it is false. I pray that the next time the Honorable Minister will do a due diligent work before coming out with such pronouncement. Because I don't feel comfortable when a whole minister to make a statement and for me to come and say it is not true. But yes, the truth must be told. The truth must be told, and that is the fact. People Liberation Council is not a secessionist group, and it's not a criminal group. Thank you so much. Before I introduce my guest for today, I will take a short commercial break. Then when I come back from the short commercial break, I will introduce my guest and we'll start the show right away. But then I have with me also a book that many politicians in Ghana, I believe in so much. If you can see the write-up, this is the book by Dr. Agbenya Asamoah. For those who are with the politics, you will know Agbenya Asamoah. That's the name. I want you to see the name clearly. It is written by Dr. Agbenya Asamoah. And I wanted to quote something from this book before we go on a commercial break, so you can be thinking about it. This is a Western Togoland Situation Room. If you are just joining, this is the Western Togoland Situation Room. This is only where we tell you nothing but the bare truth about Western Togoland. We don't prejudice. We don't assume. We tell you what the truth is so that you will be your own judge. That's why I'm reading something from this book, Agbenya Asamoah's book. The title is The Political History of Ghana, 1950 to 2013. I'm reading from page 18, the last paragraph of page 18. I don't want to take a short one. He says, in 1955, the Trusteeship Council sent a special mission to Togoland under UK administration to investigate the question of the future of the territory, a question that required resolution in the face of the Gold Coast forthcoming independence. In December of that year, the British resolved that a plebiscite be conducted to ascertain the wishes of the people. The British government wanted the territory to be annexed to the Gold Coast, and so did the Gold Coast government, then headed by Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. I believe you understand. Dr. Asamoah is telling us that the British government have a tendency to annex Western Togoland to the Gold Coast, and so is the 1 minute. It said to annex to the Gold Coast, and so did the Gold Coast government. That means the Gold Coast government, led by Dr. Kwame Nkrumah at the time, also wants Western Togoland to be annexed. So you can think about that whilst we take a short commercial break before we dive into the today's topic. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are here with me, this is Situation Room, Western Togoland Situation Room. At this time, we are taking a short commercial break. When we come back, I will introduce my guest. Stay with us. God bless you.
To advertise with us, donate sponsorships and suggestions, email us at trendafricatv@gmail.com or call us on 773-312-0318 or 773-756-6678. Remember to also follow and like us at Trend Africa TV on Facebook so you can always catch us live. On Instagram as Trend Africa TV 123 or subscribe to our YouTube channel as Trend Africa TV and click on the notification button to watch previous shows. You can also visit our website for your African news, entertainment, fashion and sports updates on www.trendafricaonline.net. Trend Africa TV, redefining Africa.
Thank you, viewers. We are welcome back to Western Togoland Situation Room. Like I said before, if you are now watching or you are now joining us, I welcome you to Western Togoland Situation Room. This is only where you will hear the truth about Western Togoland so that you will be your own judge. My guest for my show today is someone who has been on this show before, and he's coming again. We'll continue where we left off the other time. He is a retired teacher and also a managing editor of a 2 scholarly journal. He's also a member of the People's Liberation Council steering People Liberation Council communication team. I'm sorry for that. Ladies and gentlemen, without wasting much time, let's welcome my humble and a noble, my mentor. Trust me, this is a man I respect a lot. Let's welcome Mr. Solomon Agbenya. Mr. Solomon, you are welcome.
Thank you. Good afternoon, good evening to people in North America, in Africa, and in Europe, and everywhere in the world. I'm happy to be back to continue the discussion and with my fellow Ghanaians and Western Togolanders.
Thank you so much. We had a discussion before, but after you left, when we finished that show, we had a lot of questioning coming from some people who were sending me text messages. Some were sending me email that why I did not ask you this, why I did not ask you that. And we find it very necessary to bring you back to today's show. And we are happy that you are back on our show today. I might tell you that I am extremely happy to have you. You are one of my mentors, one of the people that I look up to anytime I'm on my show. In fact, being here with you is a blessing. One of the questions that I have is that they said people have been saying that the Western Togolanders agitation is always when MPP is in power. Say the agitation is because it is the MPP that is in power. If the NDC is in power, they don't see the agitation. But anytime the MPP is in power, the agitation. Why? I want you to explain to our audience why so.
Thank you for the question, and I'm glad that at the beginning of the program today, you just read an excerpt from a book by well-known Ghanaian politicians, long-time foreign affairs minister in the as well PNDC government and NDC government. So it's said that started already in the 1950s. And as far as we know, NPP was not in the government in 1950s. So what they call agitation is something that shows that people disagreed with situations. And that disagreement is continuing up till today. And we know that even before independence of Ghana, Gold Coast colonial government, Gold Coast was still a colony, but they were intervening in Western Togoland. And people didn't like it. And it's their right. So saying that it's because an NPP government is the one that is causing people from Western Togoland to agitate, that is totally wrong. That is totally wrong. So it has been like this since the 1950s. So people want just to ignore the problem and think that the problem will go away by itself. And it will not going to go away. It's not a question of political parties. It's a problem of human right, of justice. So no other citizen in any country will accept that when you have two countries, you tell one you can be independent, and the one no, you don't deserve to be independent. you should go and be lumped to the other. It doesn't work like that. So, and no Western Togolander will accept it by virtue of just saying, okay, we have nothing to do, we can't do anything. We have to let people know that we want a union. If that is the one that the United Nations wants, we will accept that union, but it has to be effected or established, and that has not been done. This is where we are today.
Thank you so much. If you will accept, the people of Western Togoland will accept if the union as declared by United Nations, if it is affected, that is very good. And you also said that this issue, people think that it will go off by itself, but it looks like it's not going anywhere any day or anything soon. Thank you so much. Let me come in with my next question. Ghana and Western Togoland has been together for a very long time, and most people have seen them as belonging to one country. What do you have to say to that? The people, Western Togoland and Ghana has been together for a very long time, and now People Liberation Council of Western Togoland are asking for union between these two people, these two countries, and many of these people, the Ghanaians, see these both parties as belonging to one country. What do you have to say to that?
Yeah, well, I can understand the attitude of Ghanaians, and I will not blame them because they have not been taught the history of their territory or their country, whether it's Ghana coming from the Gold Coast or Ghana, what they call Ghana, including Western Togoland. So they were not taught, and I will not blame them if they don't know, if they just listen to government, proclamation saying that, oh, those who wanted to, who do not agree with the government are secessionists or irredentists or criminal. So that is not the truth. These are two different countries. Whether you want it, you like it or not, these are two different countries. This one is a colony of Great Britain. The other one is a trust territory. And our listeners or viewers should listen carefully. One territory is a colony of Great Britain. The other was not Great Britain's colony. Great Britain is administering that territory on behalf of the United Nations. And they are principled by the United Nations, starting from the League of Nations, that from now on, there should be no territory conquest through war. Therefore, territories that have been seized by the Allies during the First World War will not become the victors, or those who won the war will not become their war booty. So Britain and France were assigned Togoland, the former German colony, to administer, not to take as their colony. And unfortunately, both powers, Britain and France, have tried to subvert the United Nations principle and try to either integrate those territories into their colony or to take it for their own. To integrate it is in the Western Togoland part, and to take it as their colony in the eastern part, which is now Togo. That we know. These are facts. These are facts. And one thing I want our people to know, Ghanaians and Western Togolanders, is the fact that most of the time, these are the areas who want to secede. This is not a fact. This is not true. Next time, if I have the chance, I'll show you a picture from the 1950s or 40s where you have the people from Western Togoland and Eastern Togoland say that we want unification or reunification of the split territory and independence. And both Britain and France didn't like it. And the Togolese, that time the French Togoland, the nationalists, especially those from the north, were chased out of the country. Many of them had to seek refuge in Ghana. So they wanted unification. And they did the same thing in Ghana or in Western Togoland. And they always say is that the Eves who want secession. No, not only the Eves, they want reunification of the two part of that split territory. So let's put that aside and make our fellows citizens from Ghana and Western Togoland understand the situation. We accept finally, although it's not the mandate of Britain to decide that this territory, I am going to join it to my colony. No. And United Nations has seen that. This is why United Nations said, if you want to put the two territories together, you have to effect the union. You don't just take it and give it to another territory. And this is where we are since 1956. That has not been done. And this is what we are insisting on, that if that will be so, then let's effect the union. Let's sit together and hammer out the condition of the union. That is something so easy to do if the two parties have shown, maturity enough to sit down and not wait until it's boiled over, and then people will call for peacekeepers or any other organization to come and intervene. This is easy to sit down, to say, okay, we want to formalize the union. What should be in that union? Who will do what? The responsibilities and the obligation of each party. So far, that has not been the case. And is it too difficult for the Ghana government and the Ghanaian to accept that? That is the question.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Solomon. I think that should not be hard for them to accept. That's a very easy one for them to take. If you want to give reverence to human rights, respect to fellow human being, I think it is okay that you sit your fellow human being down and trash out your issue just by the round table. But before I go to my next question, I want to know, what exactly is People Liberation Council want? Is People Liberation Council calling for separation, separate from Ghana, or is calling for a union with Ghana? What at all is the People Liberation Council? What are they calling for?
We'll not say calling for union or for separation. The Western PLC is calling for the officialization or the establishment of the union. And in the minds of many Ghanaians and even some citizens from Western Togoland, it's the plebiscite that is the document of the union or of the annexation. No, the plebiscite is to ascertain the intention of the population. Do you want to join Ghana in a union? That is, they say, of majority, according to the result, voted to be in union with Ghana. Okay, but that union, when you say union, I repeat it again, you can't talk about union without two parties agree on something. If they don't agree, then there's no union. So I will ask people who think otherwise to prove that you can make a union without agreement between the parties. This is a challenge I throw to the people. So PLC want the union, the forefathers voted for to be established. We know that that union has not been established, and Britain, United Kingdom failed to do that job. You can't say that you establish a union just by sending a note that the union was established in the night from March 5th to 6th, 1957. That is the proof that the union has been established. No, nothing has been done. Nobody in Ghana or Gold Coast nor in Western Togoland has witnessed anything that leads to that union. That has not been done. Now, can we do that now? We can, dilly-dally or wait and say that, oh, let sleeping dogs lie. But sleeping dog will not sleep forever. There will come a time where they'll wake up. So this is what we are saying to the Ghanaian counterpart. If you want a union, then let's establish the union. Are we mature enough as two territories who have lived together for many, many, many years, decades, to say, okay, let's make the arrangement be official? If we can't, then we have to appeal to those who have botched the work to come and help. But we can't stay in the limbo forever.
Thank you, Mr. Solomon. I think your point is clear. The sleeping dog will not lie forever. That is Mr. Solomon for you. It is true. I think the right thing should be done. If the dog is fed well, it will lie forever. But if the right thing is not done and the dog is not well fed, it will never lie forever. Mr. Solomon also declared, he said there is nothing like a union unless two people or the two parties agree on something. So if Western Togoland and Ghana have not agreed on anything, if there is no document to show any agreement that Western Togolanders and Ghanaians have agreed on certain terms, then we cannot say we have a union. That is Mr. Solomon Agbenya for you. This is where I will take a short commercial break. When we come back, we will continue the conversation. Please don't go anywhere. Stay with us. You are watching Western Togoland Situation Room. We take a short break.
Yeah.
Doreen.
Who's Doreen?
I'm calling Doreen too.
Yes. Is your daughter?
Chichi.
Trend Africa TV, redefining Africa. To advertise with us, donate sponsorships and suggestions, email us at trendafricatv@gmail.com or call us on 773-312-0318 or 773-756-6678. Remember to also follow and like us as Trend Africa TV on Facebook so you can always catch us live. On Instagram as Trend Africa TV 123 or subscribe to our YouTube channel as Trend Africa TV and click on the notification button to watch previous shows. You can also visit our website for your African news, entertainment, fashion and sports updates on www.trendafricaonline.net. Trend Africa TV, redefining Africa.
Thank you, viewers. Welcome back to Western Togoland Situation Room. This is only where you will hear the bare facts about Western Togoland, and for you to be your own judge. We are in the studio today with Mr. Solomon Agbenya. We'll continue. Mr. Solomon, some opinion leaders and security analysts have a problem understanding Ghana government approach to Western Togoland issue. They think that the issue of Western Togoland is not legitimate. Some suggested that government should crush them, and even some went to the extent that government to show them the might of the state, not even listen to their claim because they have no case. Some suggest the government should not listen to Western Togolanders because they don't have a case. Government to show them the might of the state. Government to crush them. These are coming from some opinion leaders in Ghana and some security analysts, very respectable people that we know in the society. How do you respond to that?
Thank you. It's make me smile a little bit because some of the security analysts, well, they know maybe the theory of security analysis, but I'm not sure if they know the Western Togoland issue. I've come across one of the security analysts who is selling home security gadget. So I don't call that security analyst when it comes to Western Togoland. Okay, security camera you put in your apartment or your house, and then you say you are a security analyst. Maybe yes, for home security, but when it comes to state security, Western Togoland affair, I don't recognize that kind of authority. That's the first thing. Second, even those who are supposed to be, let's say, opinion leaders, or they do not know the real situation in Western Togoland or the Western Togoland issue, because unless they are 70 years plus, they do not know the history because it has not been taught in Ghana. Ghana, true history with in relation with Western Togoland is not taught in Ghana. So what we know is people saying here, oh, these people who are making noise are secessionists. They are what sometimes they say they are criminal. It doesn't help if you criminalize or you diabolize how do you call it? Yeah, people for something that can be solve a problem that can be solved through dialogue. It is not helpful, because when people feel that they are not listening to that their pleas or their problem are not taken care of, sometimes they say, if that is the case, I have to do something so that people see that I'm angry or I'm not satisfied. This is not what
Human beings prefer
mature
happiness
people
to
do.
misery. So People's Liberation Council of Western Togoland.
I think we have a little bit of a technical
Right?
issue here. We
So,
are back. It is resolved. I think you can continue.
yeah, so we have to be quite careful in the language we use on both sides. So if you want really to find a solution, it's not just using terms, calling people terrorists. I know in any state, especially in Africa, when you don't agree with a group of citizens, it's easy to label them terrorists, and then people are scared of them, or you can do whatever you want with these people. Anyway, PLC is not anyway in supporting any violent action, because we continue to think that Ghana and Western Togoland can mend the differences between both. We can ignore that there's a difference, there's a problem between the two territories. So as long as Ghana is turning a blind eye on the situation, people are still going to do something so that the world know that something is wrong. And my question is still to both the Western Togolanders and the Ghanaian originating from the Gold Coast: can we sit together and find a solution, both the traditional rulers and the political parties and the government? Because I don't see any traditional ruler of Western Togoland who, knowing the history of the situation, will accept that his territory or the territory of his country be just lumped into another territory without any discussion. And I insist the how do you call it, the plebiscite or the referendum, as they call it, is not the document that sealed the union. The United Nations never said that as soon as the result of the plebiscite is known, the union is done. No. Maybe most Ghanaians don't know that, but we know. If the one we can show them all the documents that prove that union has not exist, and we are still waiting for that to be effected from the south to the north. So people who are always saying it's the areas that are causing the nonsense, they should revise their act. It's not just the airways. So, but divide and rule, that is something people know in politics. So people from the north of Western Togoland are part of it. So it's not just, sometimes they say Volta region, sometimes they say airways. We don't know what they mean by that, but we say PLC of Western Togoland. It's not PLC of Volta region, for people to understand. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Solomon. I understand you. You made it clear that People Liberation Council does not believe in violence, and they are not backing on any violence activity. You have made it clear to our listener that People Liberation Council is a non-violence organization. You also made it clear that Ghana and Western Togoland can amend their differences peacefully. That is a very good one. You also made it clear that any traditional ruler would not sit down to allow his territory to lump into another. That is a very good point that we need to take a very note of. If our traditional rulers are listening, this is a very good point that I think need to be considered. Thank you so much. I surely believed that the Britain has failed on her part to honor the resolution 1044 SI. Britain have not been able to deliver in that respect. Britain has not been able to take any step to ensure that the necessary steps that UN asked her to take to bring about the union, those steps have been made available or have been taken in Western Togoland. In fact, Britain has made sure that the Gold Coast, which happened to be her colony, had a government. And then Western Togoland have no government at the time that Britain wrote to the United Nations that the union has been established. I do not see how one can establish a union between a government and a non-government territory. I don't see that happening in anywhere. And moreover, Britain herself is a union state. I don't know if that's how they make their union, but then, and I don't know. And their union have a document. If you ask for their document today, they can show you the document. But Western Togoland and the Ghana Union document, it is nowhere to be found. That means the union has not been established. We all know that. But the next question I want you to address is the plebiscite not the determination of the Western Togoland Ghana Union? Because people have been saying that the Western Togoland plebiscite is the determination of the Western Togoland and Ghana Union. Is it not?
Yeah, that history of a plebiscite is, people who know jurisdictions make difference between plebiscite and referendum. So, okay. But we are not going to dwell on that. It can be the document for union. Plebiscite is not a document for union. Plebiscite is like a survey. We want to know what you want. Okay. Now, if you determine what I want, it's not enough. We say we want union, or the majority 58 to 42, or yeah. So want union. And the United Nations has told Britain to effect the union. Now, Great Britain or United Kingdom didn't complete the task. It's clear. Even Honorable Kosi Kedem has written about that. Britain failed to do what she was required to do. Just left. Maybe they did it intentionally or they forgot, but it's upon us now to make things properly. And I hope, and we at the PLC hope that the Ghana government will come to term with the situation that let's sit down and effect the union. It's never too late. If they drag it for 50 years, coming years, it will still be there. So, because those, like they say in one proverb, the one who hurt somebody, who caused injury to somebody, quickly forgets, but the victim has the scar to remember. So that scar is not going away, it's there. So better let's resolve the situation and live peacefully together as brother and sister countries within the framework of a larger regional entity. What is happening now, we say, okay, they would say, oh, we have a ECOWAS. ECOWAS as it is now is not even functioning properly. So, because it has not been done in a proper way. Okay, it's a lumping of countries together, and there's no, there are laws and everything on paper, but it's not put into practice. One example is the currency. And a great African nationalist, our brothers and father, Jerry Rawlings, has expressed his anger to the fact that that entity that is supposed to be a union between West African countries has been taken hostage by the French. So the currency that is supposed to be for the region is now the currency that is a new form of CFA. And Fire Lieutenant Rawlings has lambasted that, and I am very glad that he did that before leaving us as a legacy that we can follow. So if Ghana and Western Togoland form a genuine union, that can show the other countries in the sub-region that we can live together, we can have things together, and the internal or local authorities will still exist. Let's say United States is a big country, but the states have their own local government. They take care of a lot of things, and they are not worse off. You yourself mentioned not long ago the Great Britain or United Kingdom. It's not just one country that formed United Kingdom or Great Britain. So they are a union, but they have different governments and have the union government. So why can we not have something like that in Africa? I say and I insist that what we have now, including even AU, is not a real union. This is just an imitation for me. We imitate when we hear the European Union, we create African Union, but we don't operate like European Union because everybody does what he wants. So there's no binding laws. So we can have something with Ghana. Then it should be the beginning of a genuine union in the sub-region. People on the left, on the east and the west side and the north side of the sub-region will see, okay, this is what we have to do. This is what we have.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Solomon. If I understand you clearly, you made it clear to our viewer. You said plebiscite is not a union. It's
No.
only the establishment of what you want. And you also made it clear. You said the victim have the sky to remind him of whatever happened to him or her. And you said if Ghana and Western Togoland can form a genuine union, then we can show others to follow. That is a very good point that you have made out there, and I want my my viewers to take note. Let me read a few messages from our viewers. This is from Kakali Jeremiah. Kakali said, Ghana ignored our demand long ago. We better face UN with our issue. This is coming from Togbi Blengo. Why did UN fail to ensure that Western Togoland leadership is established before accepting union proposal from Britain? That is from Togbi Blengo. And this is from, I think, Kelly again. Why did you, okay, it's the same message replying to that. This is Bill Atiayao. The independent Western Togoland, by the termination of the transition agreement on the Togoland under British administration, shall not be reverted. This is why we consider Western Togoland as state. Let me continue. As state, this is why we call, one minute please, state that is in union with the independent state of Ghana. It is the same reason that we are calling for the review of the universally agreed union of Western Togoland and Ghana. That is coming from Bill Atiayao. This Bill Atiayao again. Western Togolanders deserve everything that human beings deserve. Freedom of association is necessary for collective decision making, and a key to cooperation and development. Formulation of rules and policies are promoted, and civilization is thereby enhanced. This is coming again from Bill. This is Christian Avonyo. My question is that why Ghana authority don't want to understand what PSC is saying? That's coming from Christian Avonyo. I like Bill. Bill is talking about freedom of association and all that. That brings my mind to the Achampo's decree, which is the Supreme Military Council decree, Decree 20 in 1976. That decree is being used to try Western Togolanders. Do you have something to say about that? Because I am worried, and every time I can't sleep if that comes to my mind that today we have a decree being allowed to try certain people, certain class of people, not everybody. It is only people of Western Togoland that decree is there to try them. It's a decree that's making Western Togoland prohibited. And if Western Togoland and Gold Coast form Ghana, how come the Gold Coast or Ghana is not prohibited? How can you can have a company in the name of Ghana? You can have a company in the name of Gold Coast, but you can't have a company in the name of Western Togoland. You cannot freely mention Western Togoland name. Anytime you do that, you are in the hands of the law. And Ghana is a signatory to the International Declaration of Human Rights. And this particular law violates the human rights law. But yet still it's in Ghana, and it's only few people that this law is made to work on. Is this not discrimination? Is this not a violation of the human rights law? What do you think?
Okay, thank you for the question. I hope that people who have been saying that it's only when NPP come to power, that Western Togoland agitate. I hope that those people have known the Achampon regime and know about that law. So, like I say, we take a few examples in the United States and the United Kingdom. You can say United States will not say that a territory or a state like Arkansas, for instance, that they say you can no longer use the word Arkansas in the United States. Now we have a state, we have a union, so you can your name should disappear. That will be unthinkable. Or Alaska should disappear as a name because we have a United States of America. So, and what I would like, or we would like our fellow Western Togolanders and fellow Ghanaians know is that Western Togoland is not a region of Ghana. I hope that is clear to people who do not know. Western Togoland is it's not a region of Ghana. I say Ghana because that territory exists, or that territory called Ghana exists before Western Togoland come, because Ghana was independent in 1957, and Western Togoland supposedly joined on the Independence Day. So we were not one country. I'm sorry to repeat it. We were not one country. We were two countries. So to be together, we need to have some, form of agreement, and it's not debatable for us. So we hope still that Ghanaian want a union. If they don't want a union, then they have to tell us what they want. The union is what we want, because we're talking about the African Union, and some people don't understand when they hear about the Western Togoland thing. They say, "Oh, people are talking about Pan-Africanism, and what do you want to say? You want to split?" No, Pan-Africanism doesn't mean we want one state continent. That doesn't, even one state sub-region, that doesn't exist. That doesn't exist. So African unity is not that amalgamation of all that is African, because even before the European came, Africa was not one continent state. So it will be a fallacy of thinking that we can become one state. No, in one of his speeches, I remember he said the form can be an association or a federation. He didn't say we have to have a one block of a continent. So we have to, look at it very carefully, because it doesn't help if you force territories to be together against their will and you don't have peace. If you don't have peace, you don't have development.
Right. So you make a point clear. Yeah.
If you don't have peace, you don't have development. If you don't have a justice, you don't have peace either. All those go together. You need justice to have peace and to have development. The three go together.
Thank you, Mr. Solomon. I think your point is clear, and I understand you made it clear that Western Togoland is not a region of Ghana, and that point is clear. And Even British government agree with that statement. And I have here with me a letter to the United Nations by British government. That this letter was signed by Alan Noble, and part of the letter just said what you said. Part of the letter said the territories previously comprised in the Gold Coast became the independent state of Ghana under the same act. The union of the former trust territory of Gold Coast under British administration with the independent state of Ghana took place with effect from the same time and date. So it tells you that Western Togoland does not comprise in the territories that form the Gold Coast. So you are right to say that Western Togoland is not Ghana's region. It's right. But this document have approved that, have said the same thing here. This is a letter to the UN by British government signed by Sir Alan Noble, making us know that Western Togoland does not comprise in the territory that form Gold Coast that became Ghana. But then the Ghana and Western Togoland union was effected on the day of Ghana's independence. That's what the letter is saying. My time is running and I need to end the show. Before then, I want to take it from Mr. Solomon a few questions before I end the show. Very quick one. People Liberation Council believe in peaceful approach to attain the union. Why?
Well, it's self-explanatory. Okay, peaceful. Nobody in his right mind would say, "I want to do something through violence or through war." That's just a normal behavior of human beings. So, it's not a normal behavior of human beings that if you have a goal to achieve, it's not violence. It should be the means to achieve that goal. There's violence if you think that you cannot achieve it peacefully. And this is why PLC say the avenue to peaceful resolution of what we call conflict, we don't hide anything. The avenue is there. It's up to us, Western Togoland and Ghana, to use that avenue to resolve. It's not conflict, a mistake that somebody made and that we both are victim of. We both are victim of the I will say the unfinished job done by Great Britain. So can we do that? If one party say that it's not possible, then that party should seek help from the perpetrator of that injustice. But we think that we are mature enough to discuss among ourselves and show the world that Africa is growing up.
Good. Thank you, Mr. Solomon. The annexation of Western Togoland by Ghana is an injustice caused to Western Togolanders, and until that injustice is prevented, we will have a long way to go. Before I ask my next question, I just want to take a very quick question before I go to the next question. This is just something I want to ask you before I go to the next question. Has PSC involved in any criminal activities?
No, that they will have detected it. They will have found it. And if
PSC have never involved in any unlawful activity, anything of that nature.
If PLC was or were an association that is involved in criminal or any violent activity, it will not have registered in Ghana.
So do you have, as of today,
yes,
do you have any plan to involve in any criminal, any violence? I'm not saying criminal, but any violence activities in the near future? Do you have any plan to do that in the near future?
Me or PLC?
PLC. Does the PLC have any plan to do that?
No, our program, there's no way when you can say If we had a plan to use violence, we would not be saying that Ghana should accept to sit down with Western Togoland representatives and solve this problem that can be solved by what Winston Churchill say, jaw, that means by talking the problem and solving it instead of going to hardware. That means using weapons or any kind of violent means. So we can talk the
Yeah. Now,
problem.
this is my question. Why I asked those things. I understand PSC is a non-violence organization. They have never engaged in any criminal activity. They have lived within the legal frame of Ghana. And now this is the question I'm trying to ask you. Kendapa on 5th November 2020 told Parliament of Ghana that PSC is a secessionist group and criminal. Do you agree to that? The Honorable Minister Kendapa said your group PLC is a secessionist and criminal. That's why I asked you those questions.
Now, the word secessionist, first I put aside those words secessionists or irredentists like they used to do it. If the territories are Togo, Western Togoland is not a region of Ghana, then you cannot say secessionist. If Western Togoland is not in a union with Ghana, you can't talk about secessionists. Okay, those were just meant to muddy the waters. So secession, we have been saying we want to remain in union with Ghana, although the condition of the union is deplorable. So those conditions are deplorable because what you just read from the UN papers, that the territory comprised of Gold Coast and the northern territories will be independent, and Togoland under the British administration will join the independent Ghana. It doesn't make sense. You are supervising two entities, territories, and for some reason you find that it's okay to give independence to one and deny to the other, and tell the one you denied independence to join the one you gave independence. How does that make sense? Does that make sense? So that the territory B has no right of self rule. There's no explanation to that. So I said the human right of the citizens of Western Togoland has to be protected, and we are open to live in union with Ghana, but that union has to be established. I don't know how many times we should say that. Union means you have to be together, but you can't be together without saying, okay, do we like the room we want to stay in? Yeah, we need to be serious about the situation and not just shovel things apart and say you dare not protest, you dare not go against the law. The law has to be lawful, respect the integrity of the people, but respect also their rights. The rights have to be protected. So Western Togoland is a territory that is ready to be in union with Ghana. Now it's up to Ghana to say, yes, we want to be in the union. That is what I think that we should be talking about. And we hope that other organization listen to what we are saying. We can achieve the goal peacefully. We do not need to resort to weapons or violence. It doesn't help anybody. It doesn't help the Western Togolanders, doesn't help Ghanaians, it doesn't help the sub-region. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Solomon. This is where we bring the curtains where we bring the program to an end. But before I leave you, you have to give your viewers your last word. I will not let you go if you don't give them your last comment. I want to say that the PLC's advocacy for a review of the union between Western Togoland and Ghana is a service to the Creator and to humanity in general. Whoever stands in the way of the natural evolution of Western Togoland into a noble state is doing harm to Western Togoland and Ghana as well. PLC believes that this is the only way nobility of the human race in the sub-region can evolve. We have our door open for anyone who thinks that he or she has a better alternative to bring it on the drawing table for critical analysis. PLC is telling you that our doors are open. If you think in the way of PLC, which is the noble step they are taking to make the union, is not the right way, or there's another alternative, bring it to the drawing board and we will criticize it, or we will take a critical analysis of it. Mr. Solomon, before you leave, I would like you to give your viewers your last words or your last comments before we close.
Yeah, you say last word or last comment. I want to start my last comment with the first how do you call it, comment, or the first declaration that you made at the beginning. Once again, we want to bow our heads and honor the soul of our great African nationalist, Jerry Rawlings, for all that he has done, not only for Ghana, but for Africa as a whole. And we sympathize, we share the grief of his family and his loved ones and all the people who work with him, who know him. So we send him to the Lord, and we wish him peace in the bosom of the Lord. Now, once again, for our fellow Western Togolanders and Ghanaians, PLC is repeating, and we are not afraid to say it publicly, that the union is something we have to achieve. And when you talk about African Union, it's something that we can achieve if we can achieve union on a local level. If we do not have the spirit to achieve union on a local level, talking about African Union or a regional union is nothing. So it's at the basis, on the ground, that you show that what we want to do is possible. If the union between Ghana and Western Togoland becomes reality, then we can think of a genuine union in West Africa, and from there we can see bigger. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Solomon. Western Togoland Ghana Union is something we can achieve. It's achievable, and the PSC is calling for a peaceful resolution into that step. As we are calling for the regularization of the union between Western Togoland and Ghana, PSC is humbly appealing to the general public to refrain from activities that are likely to make Ghana ungovernable. We are only not asking for the union, but we are also asking the whole world, including Ghana, that people should refrain from activities that will make their country, including Ghana, ungovernable. We want us to be peaceful. We want us to be law-abiding citizens. Don't forget the president of Ghana, President Nana Akufo-Addo. He said on his inaugural speech, he said, you should remain a citizen, not a spectator. If you be a citizen, you mean you have to obey the laws of the country. That is what the PSC is asking everyone to do, that everybody in Ghana, including Western Togoland, should obey the Ghana law and live peacefully with Ghana. We are brothers and sisters. We are not enemies. Don't forget, PSC is not fighting Ghana. Western Togoland is not fighting Ghana. We are not asking for that. We are asking for a peaceful resolution of our union. God be with you. See you next week. This is Western Togoland Situation Room. I'll come on your way next week, Saturday, same time, same day. Thank you so much. This is where we end the show. God bless you.
To advertise with us, donate sponsorships and suggestions, email us at trendafricatv@gmail.com or call us on 773-312-0318 or 773-756-6678. Remember to also follow and like us as Trend Africa TV on Facebook so you can always catch us live. On Instagram as Trend Africa TV 123 or subscribe to our YouTube channel as Trend Africa TV and click on the notification button to watch previous shows. You can also visit our website for your African news, entertainment, fashion and sports updates on www.trendafricaonline.net. Trend Africa TV, redefining Africa.